What's going on, y'all? This is Frank. Welcome back to the channel. So we're about to shoot to Kensington. It's a cold, dreary day outside, but I have a lot of blankets, a lot of sleeping bags. Somebody sent from the channel that watches, they sent through Amazon 10 sleeping bags, 20 knitted hats. Somebody else sent another box with about 10 or 15 hats. I got a bunch of sneakers, clothing. You guys will see what we have in there. So we're just gonna go and be a blessing. It's a cold, dreary day. So, there's no better time than right now to take this down there and make sure people could at least be a little bit warm. So as y'all can see, this is the sleeping bags. That's just half of them. Half of the sleeping bags that were sent. That's half of the hats. I didn't want to take all of them at once. I feel like, I already have a lot of stuff. So to sort of spread the blessing out, we'll take half today and then we'll take half on the next trip. And then this, as y'all can see, is slammed all the way forward. Food, a little bit of everything. A lot of blankets, food, sneakers, some munchies. There's hygiene stuff. There's medical supplies. There's a little bit of everything there. So we're about to hit the road. We'll see y'all when we get there.
What a waste of love.
Good. I just read your message, so I figured I'd call you real quick. How's your day going?
I know. Okay, went to church, had a good day, and my son's been coming with me, Frank, which is a good thing,
Yeah,
and,
good.
It's good. So how are you guys doing? We're on
good.
your way?
Yeah, well, I'm actually headed to Kensington now. I just hit the road. Yeah, it was. So I just hit the road. I'm probably not going to be out there till 6. It's going to be starting to get dark. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah, I know.
really want you coming out in the dark,
First, text me when you get in the area.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. We'll take it from there.
Okay, Lori. Thank you. And have a good day. And thank you for your message. I appreciate it. She's, I don't know how old, but she's like this sweet older woman. And she'll come after church and meet me down in Kensington, and she'll bring some supplies and stuff. And her son is in recovery, so she knows what it is, from a mother's standpoint. And the first couple times, she came down, I think it gave her a different perspective, and she was able to learn a little bit more about addiction and to see, like, man, it's, I think a lot of times people have this preconceived notion that it's just this party life, and, when that's the complete opposite of what it actually is. When Rachel and the kids come, we'll go to her house, hang out with her. She's an awesome old lady that I would have never, ever thought of speaking to or found if it wasn't from the channel. So that's something dope, that through the channel, we have this community of people that literally from all over the world, from every country you could think of, that we have that in common. Maybe have a family member or ourselves who have dealt with addiction. So it's dope. One of those big highway billboards, and it was a purple sign, and it said, just this amount can be fatal. And it was in reference to fentanyl. So it was showing a couple grains of fentanyl right next to a dime. And it, just basically showing just this amount can be fatal. It's the second time I've seen that billboard since we've been driving on this trip. I didn't recognize them before, so I want to say they're new, and they're not placed here by accident. This is the Turnpike. This is a straight shot to Philadelphia. It is very well known, not just in Pennsylvania, not just in this area, but throughout the whole nation, that Philadelphia, specifically Kensington, is ground zero when it comes to the opioid epidemic. Now the fentanyl epidemic. Now the xylazine epidemic. The drugs keep on evolving. And it is very well known, like I said, that Kensington is ground zero for that. Dude, that's a common occurrence. Dude's out there in the process of overdosing. His buddies don't really know what to do. And to be honest, it's such a common occurrence here. You'll see that 10 different times throughout driving down a block or a course of an hour. So it's such a common occurrence that they don't view it as how dangerous it is or how close to losing his life that he was. And then there's some people, to be honest with you, that's part of their getting high situation. They're gonna fall out. It's the same thing like you got a buddy that gets drunk and he starts fighting, and you got another buddy that gets drunk and he starts crying, think about his ex-girlfriend. That's the same way it is with people getting high. They're gonna say, John falling out. John, Tito does this. Jose does this. That's the same exact thing that happens. Can't go. Yo, y'all better break it up, man. Fucking police behind me. This is better than them shooting each other. And you see, that was the police that went around. They don't give a fuck about none of that. They gonna keep it going. Unless you shooting somebody down here, police ain't getting involved. Hey, Roman, dude, what happened?
Huh?
You was just over there.
Hey, dude robbed me for $30.
Which one?
The dude I was fighting.
I didn't see which one it was that got up though.
Brown shirt, talking real fast, crackhead motherfucker.
The black one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it too. I was like, this is weird.
He just burnt you now or before?
Yeah.
Just now. I knew it too. I knew it.
Man, be safe out here, man. See, that like he got his nose running. That shit, man. It's falling up on his head. They call this Needle Park. Its name is McPherson Square, but it's called Needle Park. That's what everybody know. You know, it's a famous park. Through YouTube, it has become famous or infamous. You know, we can go take a walk through it real quick. There's nobody out because of the weather, but we'll take a walk through it real quick just so y'all can see the gist of it. What's going on? Good, you alright, brother?
Yeah, how you been?
I can't complain, man. Everything good. You alright?
Yeah.
Staying dry in the weather?
Yeah.
Like you said it.
Yeah, I'm on my way home, man.
Be safe, alright, brother? Alright, be safe, man. So usually you'll see this will be flooded with bodies. You can see, you know, the remnants. That's all from fire. You know, you see those places that have like melted little circles. That's from where they start fires at night. The only reason there's not people out here and it's not packed and littered with bodies right now is because the weather is wet, it's dreary. So they'll go and, you know, stay up under the spots that have some type of shelter. Another thing, you see the gentleman in the wheelchair. This, I do need to bet money on it. That per square mile, people you see here in wheelchairs and missing things is higher. And that's all due to the fentanyl and the xylazine. You know, it literally rots your limbs off. So we'll take a walk here through the park. You know, you can see Narcan. You know, it's just being disposed of. Somebody dropped off a crate or a box of, you know, fruit. So this is, you'll see a lot of these little blue saline solution packets. That's what the places give away, the harm reduction places. That's what they give away so that the addicts have, it's considered a clean and safe way to consume their drugs. But anybody that knows anything about addiction, especially here in Kensington, there is no safe way to use drugs anymore. You might be preventing an overdose today, but you're not going to be preventing, you know, limbs from falling off and limbs from rotting off. And we'll get some of that footage as we go, you know, today. So this is also a library. So this is where children in the community that don't have internet access at home, don't have a computer at home, they want to learn stuff, they need help with their homework, this is where they come. Mind you, this is littered with bodies, and we'll include some footage from a different time that shows just how many bodies are littered here. And people getting high and, you know, in all different stages and courses of addiction. And this is what the kids in the community have to go through just to go and do their homework and have access to internet, Wi-Fi, all that type of stuff that a lot of times we end up taking for granted. A lot of times this is where they'll come, they'll sleep. You know, they use the bathroom all over on the sides because of the walls. And you have that familiar sound of the L train. And it's honestly, I haven't been here in probably the last 2 weeks. And it's it definitely looks, you know, a little empty. It could be due to the weather. But imagine being, you know, we see this is a residential area. See, there's houses all over. Houses all over the place. Imagine being a parent and you have your children living in one of those houses and they see there's a playground around the back and you can't even take your kids to play. You see all these little orange, these little plastic caps that litter the ground. Each one of them is from a needle cap. You'll see, probably thousands of them. If you walk from one part of Kensington to another.
Get them. That I can.
So we're here with my man Chinks. I've known this brother for, probably about 2 years. Met him out here through the work I do. Tell us where we at, brother.
We on the Ave right now.
How long you been running around this area?
My whole life. I'm from out here. I'm born and raised.
Tell us what it's like out here so we can see, and everybody all over the world hear about Kensington.
About life decisions, man. The decisions, man, really a lot. Choices, man, can really lead you like this. Man, I made some choices, listening to people, taking advice from people that I thought was wise, and at the end of the day, it's me in the long run. And led me to be out here.
Yeah. Do you feel like the brothers down here, the sisters down here, the people that's down here, do you feel as though they're cared about by the police, by the city?
Not at all. I think it's all for money for the city. That's all. They don't give a fuck about it because they building all these houses and shit.
Yeah.
And they can throw people in them houses.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to evict people that are already outside.
That are already fucked up, right?
Where else do you want people to go? When we go to the subways, when we go to the trains, we gotta leave from there. When we go to lots, when we go to empty lots and make a little fortunes, whatever the case may be, we gotta get from there. When we go on the sidewalks, when nobody's around, we not bothering nobody. We gotta get from there. So it's like, where do they want us to go? They don't want us to help us when we ask for help. They prolong.
That's what I was gonna say. So when people do seek out to be like, yo, I want to get in a better situation, I need some help.
Yeah. You can ask any of these people, they'll tell you like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Yeah. But they just scared. Yeah. I smoke cake, so I ain't really into the hardcore drugs like the rest of them. But I still get sickness from the cake too. Yeah. Because a lot of people out here, they just out here to reap whatever benefits that they getting from whatever donation people that's coming through for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
All right, Frank.
And be safe, brother. And it's became, it's became a cool thing for motherfuckers to come down here and do different shit.
They're like, oh yeah, look what I did for the homeless.
Exactly.
Like, it's like a popularity thing. Like, yeah, I just fed the homeless. Yeah. It's not. Yeah. It's not cool to just like try to get some clout over that. Yeah. Somebody got somebody that's either on drugs or that's homeless in their family, and they don't either know about it or they don't want it in the public eye.
Yeah.
But somebody got somebody out.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But everybody got something to say. We're not all bad out here, man.
What do you think is something that could be done. Because remember, before there used to be shelter here, shelter there, shelter there. There's one shelter down here now.
Yeah, and that's not hunting them. That's sad. That's sad.
So what do you think is a step that could be taken to help make this a better situation for everybody?
They need to take one of them new buildings and start filling them up with people that need it. There's a lot of veterans out here. It's sad because listen, I got a lot of respect for the people that serve the army, military, and shit, right? And there's a lot of vets out here that are and they can't get nothing from the VA or whatever. Right. And it's sad.
People don't realize that. I think they just think that everybody they see out here is just stone cold junkies, stone cold dope fiends, crackheads. They don't realize you got people from all walks of life here. You got people that's not getting high out here. You know,
look, I'm homeless. I've been homeless for a good little minute, and all I do is smoke pizza, but they think that I'm out here doing dope. They think I'm out here smoking meth. They think I'm out here doing that shit, and I'm not. I'm smoking K2.
Thank you, brother.
Sure.
John. They call me Jay.
Jay, where you from, brother?
I'm from originally Rochester, but I grew up in Delaware.
So, Jay, how old are you, brother?
I'm 31 years old.
31? Okay. Is addiction part of the picture for you?
Addiction is part of it.
Okay.
For sure.
So just to tell you a little bit about me, I'm in recovery. I was out here getting high.
For sure.
I come back down here, do interviews with people, do haircuts, bring stuff down. Just so I don't.
I see you doing haircuts down.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure I've been down here for a while. So I come down here to shed a little bit of light on our situation. Those of us that are down here still dealing with it, just to let people know. I think a lot of people have a misconception when it comes to addiction and homelessness, mental health, and think that it's something that it's not. You know, think we out here having a party and life is exactly, and that's not the
families for no reason because we just having fun getting high. No, it's not like that.
Exactly. So, how was your childhood growing up?
Honestly, I had a good childhood, man. I was primarily raised by my mother, right?
Okay.
But my father was in the picture. You know what I'm saying? We went over his crib, like, every weekend, whatever. I did art in school, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was cool.
How did drugs come into the picture for you, bro?
Honestly, I was a teenager, and just the people who I was hanging out with, really, it was like pill here, pill there, one get high, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Weed here.
Yep. You staying out here in Kensington? Yeah. How long have you been out here?
Honestly, I've been in Kensington say like 5 years.
Okay.
5 years. It wasn't all like homelessness for me.
Yeah.
It took a dive.
Got you.
I just wanted to use. And the fact that I just wanted to use and I just couldn't help my urges and stuff just it took a turn because it was just I wasn't using when you use it's never like a good time. You can't use it and be okay for anybody or anything or even for yourself. So my youth just kicked out places and shit like that. And I just for everything. I just went hard and I couldn't get out of that stuff. Yeah. We all were stuck there.
Exactly. And that's a common term. That's it's being like normal size worldwide. You come to Kansas and you get stuck. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is Chris. Known him for a couple years now. He's one of the people. The majority of the time I come down here, I stop, check on him, see how he doing. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
All right.
So you're in a wheelchair, right?
Yes.
Can you walk at all?
Yeah, but it's hard to put pressure on it.
Okay. What is it that has you in a wheelchair?
One day I decided to go to my regular shop. But I went to a different block and I bought a bag of dope. And this dope was 100% ketamine. Not fentanyl. the fentanyl trick, which I thought I was buying. And the reaction to the high, it caused me to just do things that a normal person wouldn't do. I was jumping off cars and doing flips, and I landed on my ankle the wrong way. And I hurt it severely. And it's just it goes to show you, like, you might just come out here just to
think you get one thing.
Hey,
how long ago was that?
This was a year ago.
A year ago?
And it's hard some days.
Yeah.
But I just keep on.
If you had a chance to get out of here, to go to a program or rehab or anything, if somebody was to offer that to you, would you accept it? Would you be willing to accept it?
I would love to 100%, but to be honest, I wouldn't do it. And that's only because this drink withdrawal is a monster.
When I talked to the magistrate, they wanted me to get checked out at medical because she said herself that 14 people died on State Road coming off the stuff.
Yeah, that they don't know how to treat people.
They don't know what to do in the rehabs. They don't know what to do in the jails. A lot of the jails won't even take you if you have the wounds. They put you right back on the street.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, obvious crime on your record, jail won't take you. Yeah. Go ahead. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to treat you. It's too expensive. It's too much work.
Yep.
I'm a big advocate of 12-step. Honestly, you know what I mean? Addicts helping addicts. Yep. You know, alcoholics helping alcoholics. That worked for me in the past. So, I mean, more outreach like that. But
let me ask you something. With the places that have harm reduction, you know, where they give out the needles and all.
You guys have sisters?
Yeah. So let me ask you something. Is there a safe way to use now? Though, do you think?
They need to have a safe
safe way to use.
Go ahead, Pep.
They need to at least give it a try. Safe
exercise, you think?
Honestly, I think that the harm reduction places, harm reduction, I think that they really just enable us, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, Point, Savage Sisters, they're not doing us any favors for real.
Yeah. That's sort of the tip that I see it from, because I think you might help to prevent an overdose right now, but you're not going to help, your leg falling off, your arm falling off next week.
Right.
But, it's I know, coming from an addict, we're going to use regardless.
Right.
We're gonna get high. So it don't matter what.
It's nice to get free clean works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's definitely a great resource. Is it's a huge harm reduction.
Yeah. But you also see it as
the works.
Yeah. Enabling also. That's the same way I see it.
Yeah.
So much for the sleeping bag, and having one of these down here gives us opportunities to get some rest in a somewhat comfortable position, and being warm in this very cold weather means a lot to us. And once again, I'd like to say thank you for this.